Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to represent To the Lighthouse modern novel. These are my group members Maheen, Ayman, Asim, Hassan, Basit.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hassan Khalid and I am going to tell you about the writer Virginia Woolf. She was a major British modernist writer known for transforming the novel into a form that explores inner consciousness rather than external action. Although she was not a poet, her prose is highly lyrical and poetic, which is why she is often discussed under the poet in literature exams. She was a leading member of the Bloomsbury Group, a circle of progressive writers and thinkers who challenged traditional Victorian values. Woolf pioneered the stream of consciousness technique, focusing on thoughts, memories, and emotions as they flow through the human mind. Her major works include Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, Orlando, The Waves, and the feminist essay A Room of One's Own. In To the Lighthouse, she explores themes of time, memory, art, gender roles, and human relationships, presenting time as fluid and subjective. Virginia Woolf's writing style is marked by interior monologues, shifting perspectives, symbolism, and minimal plot. She gave special importance to the woman's experiences and questioned patriarchal structures in both society and literature. Virginia Woolf remains one of the most influential figures of modernist literature, remembered for redefining the possibilities of fiction and capturing life as it is felt rather than simply lived. That's all from my side.
My name is Emma Clark and I am going to present a brief overview about novel. The novel centers on the Ramsay family and their guests during visits to a summer house on the Isle of Skye, Scotland. A seemingly simple desire to visit a nearby lighthouse frames the novel, but is continually postponed, reflecting deeper emotional and philosophical tensions.
Hi everyone, my name is Mahin Sarwar and today I am discussing about structure. These are three parts of structure. First one is the window, second one is the time passes and third one is the lighthouse. The first one is the window. The window takes over one afternoon and evening. Its focus on household. Introduce three characters Mr. Rennes, Miss Rennes and Lily and the lighthouse. And the second one is time passing. Time passing, highly lyric and abstract. It's covered 10 years in a few pages. Major events in this character structure, war, death, decline of the house are mentioned almost in the passing, showing time as indifferent, difficult, and the third one and the last one is the lighthouse. The long delayed trip finally happened. Lee complete her painting. Emotional revolution replaced narrative closing in this structure. Thank you so much. That's all about my side.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Asim Aziz and I am going to present the theme of the novel, To the Lighthouse, which is written by Virginia Woolf. Throughout the novel, time is one of the profound themes which I think. Time does not move in a straight or fixed way. Woolf shows time as something that feels different to different people. A few minutes sometimes feel very long, while many years can pass very quickly. The middle section, time passes, show his clarity important events like Mr. Ramsay death are mentioned briefly, while empty room and decaying house are described in detail. This shows that human life is short and fragile, but keep moving forward without caring. Woolf always suggests that people trying to find meaning in life, but time eventually change and destroy everything. And the second theme is about subjectivity and consciousness. Throughout the novel, Woolf uses a technique called stream of consciousness, which means the story follow thoughts and feelings inside character mind instead of focusing on action. In this novel, Woolf always try to feel the inside feeling of different characters instead of focusing what the action they did. Each character sees the world differently according to their own perspective. They sees world according to their own point of view. Mr. Ramsay worry about failure and intellectual legacy. Mr. Ramsay think about relationship and emotion, harmony. For example, in real life, if we think about relationship and emotion, harmony, we will sometimes stuck in such a situation where it feel very discomfort. And the second and the last character, Lizzie, struggle with self-doubt and creativity. Because of this reality feel fragmented and personal. There is no single truth. Only many inner truth depend on how and who is thinking. And the third one is art and meaning. Through painting, Lisa is a key symbol in this novel. She suggests for many years to finish it, just as people struggle to find meaning in life. What people think about life and how they struggle to find meaning in life, as Lacey always dreamed to complete painting. Her painting represent different type of feelings, situation, and inner emotions. The first one is the desire to create something lasting. She wants to create something which remains forever. The effort to bring order to the chaos. The search of personal truth. At the end of the novel, when she finally completes her painting, it shows that art cannot stop time, but it can give life a moment of clarity and meaning. And the last theme, profound theme, which I feel while reading the novel strong explore women roles in a society. What are the roles of women in a society? Mrs. Ramsay represents traditional femininity, patriarchy, the society where the power, authority that are only relevant to male dominant society, and female are always feel as useless, no emotions, and she no have enough energy to do something in the society. She care for other, manage the home. Women are also always treated as she care for other, manage the home, and believe women should support men emotionally. And Lizzie Brocco challenged these ideas. She does not want marriage and want to be an artist, even though society says women cannot paint seriously. Through this struggle, Woolf criticizes patriarchy and show how women creativity is often discouraged. The novel argues the woman freedom beyond domestic role and knowledge versus emotions. Mr. and Mrs. Ramsay represent two different ways of understanding life. For them, life is different as we are thinking about life. Mrs. Ramsay believed in logic, fact, and intellectual achievement. He want certainty and fear and failure. Mrs. Ramsay believed in love, empathy, and emotional connection. She focused on bringing people together. Wolves show that neither approach is completed alone. Reason without emotion become cold, and emotion without reason lack stability. True understanding comes from balance both. If we are able to balance emotion and stability, we will conclude that our life is balanced. Now, through these themes to the lighthouse explore life, time, identity, gender, and meaning in a deeply physiological and modern way. Wolf show that through life temporarily moment of connection, creativity, and understanding still matter. And now I'm going to now I'm going to support the theme which I already discussed before from the line of the novel. For example, I already said that she represents patriarchal thinking that limits women's role in a society. Look at this line: women cannot paint, women can't write. It means that they think the role of the woman in a society are not highlighted the real talent of the woman in a society, but they only discourage women in a society. She was a wonderful man, a perfect hostess, which is all about Mr. Ramsay. And now, what are the knowledge versus emotion? He wants sympathy. Life stand still here. Mr. Ramsay represents intellectual depth, doubt, and insecurity, needed emotion support, and power of empathy and institution. Now, the final conclusion of the poem is that through these themes and lines, to the lighthouse show that time destroys consciousness, divides art, creates meaning, gender restrict, and human understanding required both intellectual and emotional. Wolf modernist style helped reader experience life as it feel, not just observe. These were all about my side, and I already explained the theme and also from the lines which are taken from the novel. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Ishna Khoram and I am going to represent modernist features of novel. Non-linear narrative, internal monologue, minimal external action, focus on perception rather than plot, symbolism or realism. The key symbols of this novel is the lighthouse, the sea, and Lily's painting. The lighthouse represents stability, ideal meaning, unreachable perfection, and later acceptance. The sea represents time, continuity, and emotional depth. Lily's painting represents artistic vision, resistance to patriarchal judgment, permanence through art. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
So, I am here to talk about why this novel matters. To the Lighthouse redefines what the novel can accomplish by representing life as it is felt rather than simply recorded. Through its emphasis on interior consciousness, shifting perspectives, and the fluid experience of time, Virginia Woolf bridges psychology, philosophy, and art. The novel challenges traditional plot driven storytelling and instead explores how meaning is formed through perception and memory. In doing so, It exemplifies the aims of modernism and remains essential for understanding how the novel evolved in the 20th century.